So the question came in about what was the difference between 2018 version of my physique versus the 2024 version of my physique. And just so you know, the age difference, like in 2018, I was still in my 30s, technically, right? I was still in my 30s. And now I'm 44. So when people are like, oh, it's age, like you get older and, your body starts to deteriorate. Like I will always disagree with that. Always. Because that just has not been my experience, nor has it been the experience of my clients. And I've been training women all over the world for years who most of them are 40 and up. A lot of them are in their 50s. I've had clients in their 60s and 70s who start to build significant strength later in life. So please throw that idea out the window. I'm not selling fear. I'm selling hope and solution. Because the question was this, like, what was the difference? What changed between 2018 and 2024? And there's a significant difference in my physique. But that's just one part of this story. There's so many layers to it. So I'm going to try to condense it into I'm going to give you the top 5 things that changed. There's more than 5, okay? But I'm going to give you 5 things that really made a significant impact on my physique, but also my mindset and my overall energy between 2018 and 2024. Number 1, my calorie intake did not necessarily change, but the macronutrient breakdown of it did. I still eat a lot. I didn't go from 2,900 calories to 1,200 calories from 2018 to 2024. There's a significant weight loss that you'll see. I've lost about 20 pounds since, but the calories that I consume, the amount is not necessarily different. It's the macro breakdown. So in 2018, my carbs, it was almost 400 grams of carbs. Yeah, it was carbs. But I was eating healthy. I did, and that's why it breaks my heart when I see people doing that, because the diet industry and the food industry, they're sneaky little suckers. So it's really easy to slip into that I'm just going to eat diet food all day and then never be satiated and feel hungry and be looking for that next snack. And that's how I was living back then in 2018. And it showed because I would work out, but I still had layers of excess because I wasn't fueling my body properly for a lean toned physique. The other thing that I changed was I started working out at home. I mean, that's a big, huge thing. So I stopped wasting time driving in a car all over, because I was teaching fitness classes back then all over, and exhausting myself and overtraining and not really doing the effective things, just doing a bunch of random, a lot of high energy cardio classes, not really having systematic, super focused training sessions. That's huge. Okay. So that was another shift. The type of workouts that I did less and I did more focused. So currently I actually teach less. I train less, but my workouts are way more effective. Why? Because more is not better. Better is better. So you can do a whole bunch of things. You can spend hours at the gym and really get nothing done. That's effective. Trust me, I used to do that. I was teaching classes, so I was still active, and I would be drenched in sweat by the end of some of my classes. My physique did not look the way that it did, okay? So, really stripped away the excess, unnecessary elements of fitness and really got it down to what actually works. And let's go all in on this. Let's double down on this. Let's fully focus on this. Not distracted workouts where I'm using 700 props and it's very chaotic. No more of that. Focused, very focused and consistent. Number 3, prioritizing sleep. So really having a solid sleep routine. Sleep routine actually has a couple of subsections to it. So preparing for sleep is really important. So one of the things that I did between 2018 and 2024 is I stopped drinking caffeine pre-workout. Okay. I used to drink like pre-workout at 7 p.m. And so like I'd come home wired. And what happens when you're wired? For me, I would want to eat, right? So now I'm eating late at night, which disrupts my sleep, which creates more weight gain. It was like this awful cycle. So one of the things that I did is I created a really solid, sacred sleep routine, which involves not eating before bed. So I don't eat. I have like a 3-hour window, which is, that's how I do my intermittent fasting. Restorative yoga stretching before bed. I have like, I read books. I have a whole like, let's get quiet and centered type routine before bed. And don't discount that. That's huge. That impacts your energy, your weight, your results. This one has really nothing to do with diet or exercise, and has everything to do with how you interact with others in the world. So for me, stripping away drama, toxic relationships, people that were unhealthy for me, people that kept me in like a limited mindset, I started to weed those people out of my life. And when I did that, what I found is that I was really less likely to stress eat, to feel this like gnawing anxiety that like I wanted to snack, because I wasn't so emotionally turbulent. I wasn't so emotionally disrupted. And so really honoring your emotional health is huge if you want to see results. Okay. I had to, and I still do this today, I had to really work on my mindset of what is actually possible. So I used to think that I'm just like a bigger girl. Like I'll never have abs. Like I'm just bigger. I'm actually not. I'm 5'9" and I'm actually tiny. My frame is small, but I created this idea in my mind that I'm like a bigger girl. And so the power of your mindset of what is actually possible is really key. And so my mindset from 2018 to 2024 went from limited, went from this is all I can do, this is all I'm worth, to like, there is no freaking limit. I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to create my dream body after 40. I'm going to, like limitless. So I went from like a mindset of lack and limits to a mindset of empowerment and limitless. Hope that helped. Those are really the 5 things. There are many more like little ones that kind of weave into that, but those are the 5 things that really changed. So my macronutrients. Number 2, getting really focused and clear with my workouts and consistent, not being scattered and distracted and trying to overtrain and do all sorts of things. The sleep routine. Don't sleep on sleep. Sleep is the key. So many people are walking around sleep deprived. And you know what happens when you're sleep deprived? You are all about sugar. You're going to be craving sugar and fatty things. Your brain is like wired for that. So you're setting yourself up to self-sabotage when you skimp on sleep. Last 2 are more like emotional health type things, but really super key. Eliminated slowly, not all at once, but I started to distance myself from unhealthy relationships, from people that, didn't leave me feeling empowered and like I could do it, right? They weren't a positive influence in my life. Be mindful of the company that you keep, because you will absorb their habits, their mindset, their energy. I am so careful. I am like the bouncer right at my mind. You're not coming in. You're not going to penetrate my mind if you are just negative, toxic, dramatic, like, constantly complaining. You're not coming in. It's just, no. It's a no. And once I started to do that, I saw my whole life change, but also my physique changed. Yeah. The last one is mindset, right? So really filling your mindset with like positive things of what can be possible for you and not limiting what is possible. But here's the thing. If you're like, hey, this sounds great. Like, I want this. right? I want to transform. I want to implement these things into my life. I actually provide coaching. This is what I do. I help women do the same because all of these strategies, all of these, principles completely transform not just my body, my entire life. And so it's the joy of my life to share it with women and coach them and guide them and give them that support so that they're not out there trying to do it on their own. So if you're interested in that, you're going to join my Sculpt 21 challenge where you get me as your personal coach, as your trainer. And the next one starts in May. Early bird rate ends on April 25th. So if you're interested in that, you're going to message me over on Instagram. My Instagram is lydia.magnoli. Send me a message there and I'll send you details on how to join. All right. I will see you in the next live. Thank you for being here.